Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
This is it. It is Danny the Hatch's perhaps final show because he is
of all of the shows.
He is leaving New York City and moving to Boston.
Yep.
And Rosa, who is taking you away from us,
yes,
is here as well. Hello, Rosa.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Yoko.
Yeah, right. I'm like Ringo. Who is Ringo's wife?
Danny, remind us again. You're 25 now, right?
Yes.
How old were you when you first started listening to Keith and the Girl?
Oh, I was 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
You
guys fucked me up good.
You raised him.
Let me tell you, my brain is all sorts of fucked.
And how old were you when I saw your penis in our chat room?
18.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
phew. Oh.
Yes.
And I said, years from now, I want that dick working for me.
It made such a small impression that it had to...
Danny
I
was...
feel like my dick is shrinking. I noticed. It just gets smaller.
Well, that's why we have Rosa on the show.
It's like a little... It's an innie at this point.
He was trying to get women to show their tits in our chat room.
A woman.
And
I got a tit out of it.
And he's
so not bad.
And she didn't even ask, though. You show your dick, I'll show my tit. He said, here's my dick.
No.
Yeah?
It was a bargain that was made.
Okay. And you only got one?
Yeah.
He makes the greatest deals.
I didn't close the deal very well.
Well, what's funny is Keith was like, I see that young man struggling. Let me guide him.
And guide him did he ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Danny has done...
Always get both tits before you show balls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, balls didn't even come into the equation.
Danny, of course, many things with us. The 10-year anniversary tour, which ended in the cleverly titled Oklahoma City in front of your family.
Yes, the last good time with my family.
We were there to
The
experience.
salad days.
Yeah, we had a whole time. The whole day in Oklahoma. We only had one day in every city, and your mom and stepfather opened their house for us, and then we came back in the studio and chat all over them.
Well,
and now you're not talking to them anymore.
Yeah, well, that's not why we're not talking to them anymore. But
what you have to hear
symptom.
this new That's the Show with Danny. The last That's the Show with Danny, episode 204.
Last one ever.
And he gets into it with about the family, about the uncle, and you want to hear what's going on because there were a couple times I went, oh!
Yes, my Uncle Timmy is a real cunt, and we get into that good. So shout out to Uncle Timmy, who I know is listening. You big old cunt. Did you laugh at that? He said he didn't laugh at any of my show. Well, I hope you're laughing now, you big old piece of shit. I'm not bothered by it. He doesn't get to me.
Danny has very thick skin.
Look, when he goes low, I go high.
Right, I see that.
You fucking ass bag.
Do you think you're leaving the whole world? You're just leaving this city.
Yeah, I'm burning all the bridges. Who gives a shit?
He, of course, put together the best of That's the Show with Danny. You can get on iTunes or that'stheshowwithdanny.com/album. And it is one of the funniest comedy albums I've ever heard.
Thank you so much.
That means it's on purpose. One of the funniest comedy albums.
Right, yes. Well, Nickelback's first album is hilarious as well.
Tom Sharpling, Eugene Merman are on it. Lev Grossman from The Magicians. Mara Wilson, Margaret Gomez, Catherine Heller from Geico and Toe Fungus commercials. You have it all.
It's stacked.
And somebody, let's not forget, has a That's the Show with Danny tattoo.
That's amazing. That's forever on somebody's body.
Okay, okay. It's Rosa.
It's still a person.
I asked her to come up with a pseudonym. Shout out to David Rex. Thank you.
Chris Gethard, I don't know if you mentioned, was also on that album, right?
He was not. It was too awkward.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
that's
I didn't want to put that on my shining moment. So the Chris Gethard episodes were left off.
On tour, you signed the person's ass.
I did. I stole your mojo. You were the only one who was asked to sign, and then the rest of us assholes barged in.
Yeah, I didn't say you were asked. You just did.
Yes, I invited myself in.
You met Rosa on a Mike Kaplan show, right?
I met her after a Mike Kaplan show, yes. But in this very studio,
Yeah.
where we've fucked.
Oh my
We haven't
God.
fucked in the studio proper.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
in the back room we have.
Yeah, but that's what I mean proper.
Oh, it was
In
not
this
proper.
room?
It was very improper.
Kitchen,
No.
No, not in the
hallway.
No.
How did you
One
fuck
of the
that-
4 closets.
How did you do it that you would say it wasn't proper?
I just mean, like, I don't consider the back room to be the studio proper. I just mean to say we didn't fuck in this room.
Okay,
That's all.
I do want to be clear.
Yeah.
It is part of the studio.
Forever.
Forever.
We pay different rent for the living room part of this.
I need old people to know that where we keep the merchandise and clothing Also counts as our studio.
I've little flakes of my cum are all
Oh,
over.
my Lord.
I'm pretty sure we all fucked in the other room.
Yeah.
Right? Keith?
You never fucked in there?
Fucked in this room. Andrea, not yet. Well, we'll work on you.
Got harder once the couch went away.
All right, okay. Let me tell you guys. Let's do some business, and then we'll get into Danny and Rosa's move. Vista Print. Maybe this could come in handy for you.
Rent is due. 500 business cards.
Get 500 business cards for $9.99. We use Vista Print. We love them. We don't know art, but these cards say otherwise. Customize the text, colors, backsides, and more. They have thousands of industry-specific templates, so you can use theirs if you want. Upload a logo of your own. They'll work with you all different kinds of ways. Very user-friendly. They will make sure that you're happy 100%. So here's what you do. Get 500 business cards, you heard right, for $9.99. Visit vistaprint.com. Design your custom business cards. Enter code KATG at checkout. That's key. Code KATG. It's a chance to get that professional look on any budget. Do not wait.
Why are you waiting? I don't get it.
Go to vistaprint.com and order today.
Code KATG.
Do they have chocolate-covered bananas?
I do feel like I should get some that just say wrong that I can hand out, you know?
No puppet. You're the puppet.
Not my president.
Now, well, that brings me to this. The decision to move in the first place was the big thing Trump's election.
It was the tipping point, yes. It's too scary to live apart now. The world is on fire. Much like Katniss Everdeen.
From what I understand, you guys were joking. Danny, you said something like, okay, if Trump becomes president, I'm totally moving in or something like that.
No, we weren't joking.
I said it first. I didn't believe it was a possibility, so I felt comfortable saying this to Danny. I was
Who
like,
did back in those good old days?
mostly,
I said, fuck it, I'll love you forever.
no, mostly because I would never want to make a demand on him to make a sacrifice about his career, especially at this stage in the game. Yeah, you're like rapidly, pursuing.
You were here
the
for a
thing that
reason.
You are,
All right,
these are
I'll
your
stop
dreams.
down talking myself on my last show.
I just read a list. I didn't make that stuff
I know.
up.
That was so sweet of you guys.
I
Do
did
a
it.
list. That was so. Well, I'm talking to both of you.
He did it. He did the things
Right.
on
Oh,
the
no.
list.
Let's keep it as we're taking credit for individual things. Let's move forward like that.
But no, I would never want to make that demand on him, and so I said it comfortably, thinking that it wouldn't happen.
Right.
But I meant it. I meant like in the event that this happens, I don't know if I can be alone.
What happens during his second term? Babies?
I don't know that we can
I
bring
think
people
suicide
into this
pills,
world.
right?
Suicide pills.
Yeah.
Yep, that's term 2.
So then once this fucking douche gets I still can't say the words.
The night of the election, I texted Danny and I was like, "You don't have to make good on that."
Did you think of it right away?
Yeah, right. I mean, it was one of the first things I thought of because I had not simulated this outcome. Usually, we run through all the possible outcomes of any scenario just to prepare a little. I had done no mental preparation. The only thing in my head was this one thing we talked about, and again, I didn't want him to feel pressured, like we'd made some agreement without thinking through it. But Danny, on the other end,
Oh, I was all in. I was with Libby at Molly Neffel and John Neffels' election special watch party, which quickly turned into not a party. And I was with Xerxes also, and I turned to him and I was like, I'm moving to Boston. This is it. Like, I can't.
And
can't
do you
live in
think
this
that they
anymore.
believed you right then?
No.
Did you believe you?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
you.
I believe him.
Picture this conversation, though. They're both crying. I can't wait to live with you.
Oh, I'm a wonderful consolation prize.
So you've kind of known for like 3 months then.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting. We didn't, but that's interesting.
One of you did.
You've never lived with somebody before, Rosa? Is that true?
That's right. I've had like roommates, but I've never lived with a romantic partner.
And
So-
same with you, Danny.
Correct.
Is there?
I've never been in love.
Oh.
Did you ever know that?
I did not know that.
I've thought I was in love.
Are you in love
But it turned
now?
out I was wrong. I am in love now.
Okay.
Have you guys talked about what it means to move in with each other, like financially? And here's what I'm picturing: like you've been at your place for.
And it was
Yeah,
good being here.
You have to
Bye.
lead with financially? What about spiritually?
Well, you've been in your place for so long, Rosa, and he's moving into your place, which means like
Our place.
right. But there's a thing to that. I remember Keith moved into my place, and I'm like, it's your place too. Like you can whatever. But there was this feeling of, can I move this thing to this cupboard because maybe he's more used to it? And I'm like, if you don't stop that, you're gonna like be my roommate forever, you know?
Yeah. Well, Danny made the point last night, which I hadn't really realized, that anytime we've ever been together since our whole relationship has been long distance, we are cohabitating, whether it's at his place or at my place. Like, there's never, I'm going over to my boyfriend's place and I'm going home at the end of the night. If we go on a vacation, whatever we're doing, we've always kind of been living together. It's just like we have two homes.
So Keith, you kind of relate to that. You had a long distance relationship before you got married. And so you guys, dating, you're right. It is different. It's not like you're going to rent an Airbnb and like hang out and go separately. Nobody has the money for that.
Yeah. And the thing is,
Is that a thing people do?
You know, I think if you have the money, then it instead of like pushing your relationship forward, like that's what people feel like, then yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I own my apartment.
Hell yeah.
So
Do you have drawers already ready where he's going to go?
I do. I have I don't really use my drawers, so they're already empty. I have a lot of piles of clothes. The one thing I talked to my therapist about is I'm disorganized. I have ADD, and I was like, so my partner's moving in, and we talked about the fact that we need to do a big cleaning, like trash a bunch of stuff and get organized. And she told me that they will reimburse me if I want to get one of these ADD life coaches to come to my apartment and help us organize.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's like, especially if your partner's moving in, this and that. Because we have had several conversations about, at the very beginning, we want to set ourselves up for success, and we want to have open and clear lines of communication.
Because that's very nerve-wracking. You're also messy, right, Dan?
Yes, I will plan on living out of a suitcase.
How much, you just finished packing.
Mm-hmm.
How much shit do you have?
More than I thought I would.
It's 4 tubs.
4 tubs and 2 like duffel bags, one of which is all her stuff that she was keeping at my place. So
Yeah.
It's still not a lot, but that's the most I've ever moved with. You know, I've lived in a few different places.
Are you nervous that you're going to have to find work right away because Trump's getting rid of science?
Yes. We cannot rely on MIT anymore.
We've got some plans in the works.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Let me mention this. This will help you guys out.
Okay.
Okay, because you got to keep it's you're starting anew almost. Let me tell you how to enjoy sex. Okay, how to get more out of it, if I may.
Be in the studio.
This is the thing we need the most right now.
You can make this Valentine's Day one you'll never forget. This is your first Valentine's together.
Shit, it's coming up.
Don't blow it.
As is her birthday.
I'm going to give you an amazing offer from Adam and Eve. Through Valentine's Day, you'll receive, and she's hearing this, so you really can't
I
blow
know.
it.
Rosa, cover your ear.
You'll receive 50% off just about any item. Just go to adamandeve.com and you'll find over 18,000 adult entertainment products, including toys. You guys are freaky. Lingerie, and a seemingly endless selection of adult DVDs. And there's more! With every order, you'll receive the Romance Kit free. You'll enjoy that, believe me. The Romance Kit includes a toy, a special massager, and a little something you both will enjoy. Not to get too personal. Plus a free adult DVD. Get you in the mood, right? Tough Day of Science.
So, like Die Hard? Like an R-rated movie?
Pretty Woman. It's whatever you like.
That sounds good.
And that's not all. Oh, no. They'll also throw in free shipping on your entire order.
That's insane, right? Like,
oh, my goodness.
The free ship, it makes you, like, be able to order freely because, you know.
Dildos ain't light. Dildos are heavy. That's just got to be expensive to ship.
Check out adamandeve.com today for this special Valentine's offer. Get 50% off one item, a free romance kit, and free shipping when you enter offer code KATG. That's KATG. KATG at adamandeve.com. All right? You guys are welcome.
I know this is not my story to tell, but Rosa, when we were in Washington, D.C., Rosa kind of got slut-shamed by the TSA worker because she had a dildo in her bag.
So Danny had asked me to bring my dildo to DC.
We didn't get to use
which
it.
we didn't end up using, but I had only brought a carry-on.
Inauguration weekend?
Yeah.
Women's March. But yeah, same
It's
weekend.
time for women to fuck men for once.
Who is the dildo inside more? You or Danny?
It's kind of both of us.
50-50?
There's like a bulbous bit that is shorter but thicker.
It stays in her for longer, but goes in and out of me.
Yeah.
More often.
Okay.
But it was in my carry-on because that's all I had. It was a short weekend trip.
You hear that, Uncle Timmy? Anyway, continue.
And they decided to do a bag check on me. They pulled it off the, you put it through the X-ray machine. Right. And they said, we're going to check your bag. All right. Is there anything sharp inside? No.
Not sharp.
It better not be.
And So I don't know if they did this to this poor woman on purpose. And I say poor woman, Danny has less sympathy for her than I do. But she's digging through the bag. She can't find anything. And then she finds this zippered pouch because I was good enough to put this in the zippered pouch separate from all the rest of my clothes. It's not necessarily super clean. I don't like, we don't.
It's clean enough.
It's right.
It's not like sterile, but it's not dripping.
They say my mouth is the cleanest.
Yes, the dog that she fucks.
Like I have proper soap for it, but we use it right beforehand. It's not necessarily
it's not a planning thing.
Yeah.
It's more of an impulse.
So she discovers it and says, oh my God. And I was like, oh yeah. She said, what is this? Oh,
Now, does it look like a cock?
It is hot pink and it looks like a cock.
So
it's got ribbing on it that, it's got a head. It looks like a dick.
Be her for a second.
No, and that's what I say. I sympathize with her. She was shocked.
No.
They're gonna you're gonna role play with
when
him.
she says what?
Oh, okay. Oh my God. What is this?
What do you think it is?
A bomb.
It's a dick that I hold.
So what do you say?
I told her, I said, it's a dildo. And then she laughed. And then another guy made fun of her for he's like, oh, I bet that guy, he sent it over here just to punk you.
Yeah. So she's not the one I have a problem with. The person I have a problem with is the person fucking around at TSA when they're supposed to be making sure there's no guns and bombs and taking time to embarrass his coworker using someone else as means to do that.
Right, and probably
I thought that was so unprofessional.
And it would probably embarrass Rose also.
Well, it would have if it was anyone but Rosa. Yeah, they couldn't have known Rosa's very chill.
I think that she shouldn't have laughed. I think she shouldn't have asked you. I guess she could ask you what it is, but if it's a bomb, is she asking also? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is she holding it while she's asking you?
No. Well, that's the funny thing. She's wearing gloves, but she opened it up and touched it and then pulled her fingers back.
That's probably smart.
She went, you guys don't wash this?
What is this?
Look, we're already right. When we're basking in our glow, we don't have time to wash our.
See, the story I thought you were going to tell after hearing that ad for Adam and Eve. I order from Adam and Eve. I order from various things online to get all kinds of fun toys for us. And so now I get in the mail those big fat envelopes that on the outside are plastered with naked pictures, and it'll be, free offer, cheap DVDs or whatever it is. And my mailman or person gets annoyed with me because I don't empty my mailbox often enough. And it's one of those group mailbox situations, especially if I go on vacation. So I've come home a number of times where they've shoved specifically that piece of mail on the outside of my mailbox so that all my neighbors can see it. And this happened once on almost a month-long travel occasion. And I know it had to be up there for weeks.
But that one's funny.
It is funny.
Because no lives are at stake.
No lives are at stake.
I also think that's good because you're the neighbor that you either want to talk to me now or you don't, but we know what we're working with.
That's right.
That's
right.
What's the latest sex toy you guys are using?
Ooh, a knife. She just stabs me.
I love you. I love you.
Have you guys ever had a knife play situation?
No.
No, I'm too I don't like actual pain. I like the threat of pain, like the almost or the I'm going to, but I don't actually like experiencing pain. So.
Yeah, no, it's not about experiencing pain. It is supposed to be about the threat. I made the mistake
That's too scary for me.
I made the mistake of doing this once with a stranger, like an OkCupid person.
Okay.
But so the moment I agreed to it, and then I went to the kitchen to get a knife, and I'm staring at the magnetic board of knives, and I choose, because this is the moment where I realize how scary
perilous
this is.
Your situation is.
I choose this tiny little paring knife, and I bring it back to the bedroom. And so, of course, it's not at all sexy. It doesn't achieve any of what we're trying to achieve. It's not threatening. And he's just
it has to be bigger than his dick, right?
I mean,
the blade.
It has to be threatening, and it wasn't.
And who's your whole? He made you responsible?
He was holding it, and he would just drag it lightly, starting first with the dull side, along against the skin, with the grain.
Was this the first time you were doing knife
This was
play?
the first time, yeah.
Okay.
And he'd do it on the thighs, and then on the shoulders near the neck, and I was like, okay, that's enough. We got it. It's not turning me on, so we tried.
That's a good try.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put this back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, especially with a stranger, but I don't know that it would. But then again, did you get more wet even if you weren't? Do you know what I mean? Did something.
In the beginning, a little bit. I was like, this is exciting. But the whole time I was like, I should have gotten a bigger knife if I wanted this to work.
As they're having regular sex, it's like, I should have had a bigger knife. I knew it. I knew it. You come back with a hatchet. Chainsaw in the room. You guys, you moved your stuff out today, like you said.
Yep.
How did your roommates respond when you told them you're moving?
Oh, they were cool. They were a little surprised, but they were like, "Yeah, okay, we understand."
Okay.
Godspeed.
Did you meet your replacement?
I did not, but they found a replacement. I have not met him. They've been like showing the room while I was at work. So
Okay.
but they found someone.
You were having somebody come to move you, and the person didn't show up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys had to rent a
We
car.
rented a car, yeah.
How were you gonna? Was he gonna drive to Boston tonight?
He was gonna drive down this morning. I mean, he was gonna drive
Well, the
down
original
one
plan
day.
was like Sunday.
Yeah.
but-
And then he had problems with his car,
I
like
see.
brakes or some shit. And he's like, I'm going to get fixed. Every time I talk to him, we'll make it work. And I was like, okay, you can rent a car and come, whatever. Because I didn't realize you can rent a car in one place and return it in another,
Right.
which was probably real dumb of me.
You're growing up. How old
Right.
are you?
I'm going to be 30 in a week.
Wow, on Monday, right?
On Monday. Yeah.
Look at this.
I know.
All right.
Big.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, now I know. So it was easy. It was not, and it was also cheaper than I thought it would be. We get it for 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You got a cougar,
Mm-hmm. A MILF.
and you're robbing the cradle over here.
Oh God, she's such a creep. I mean, intellectually, I'm like 12, so it's really creepy what she's doing.
I know. I get real uncomfortable whenever we talk about something
Like
from
pop
the
culture?
Yeah, pop culture
Yeah.
from the 2000s. Because it'll be like, oh, I was in college when that was popular.
Oh, I love that book when I was in 5th grade.
Yeah. It's those kind of things.
That was my 7th grade teacher's favorite song.
That's funny because I don't even think 5 years is that long.
No,
but
it's not.
But when you get down to high school, college, high school, middle school, it's
Yeah,
That's funny.
It would have
It's
been.
hairy.
Yeah, it would have been creepy back then, but it's we're both adults now.
Isn't
right?
that funny? Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
When so you have all the stuff in the car now.
Mhm.
You're driving up tonight.
So it's been snowing a little bit here in New York today. It was snowing a lot this morning. The report says it could snow all through the night in Boston or Massachusetts.
Okay.
If that's the case, we may stay here for the night. Otherwise,
They're just trying to have sex
We're
in the
gonna
big
do that.
room.
we brought some
Unbelievable.
tarp.
Okay, so no chairs. No, then they're going to have it on the table. All right, no sex in the main room.
We would never.
Yeah, right.
We would never.
We barely.
you know
fuck as
what?
it is.
I would have said we would never, but after all of this talk,
Well, yeah. Now
I'm
we
feeling
must.
juiced.
It did cross my mind.
I'll hide the knives.
Oh yeah, we don't really do knife play. That's
Yeah,
scary.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Do you talk to your mom about or your dad about the move? Do they support it? Any idea?
Yeah, my dad supports it. He has family who lives in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I have a cousin on his side who lives in Allston, which is a suburb of Boston or a neighborhood in Boston. So he's supportive of it. He's excited. My grandparents are excited.
That's good. I know they come
Yeah.
from more conservative backgrounds. My parents didn't want me to move in with someone before I got married.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know this is like,
I can't imagine they're thrilled about that. Like when we went home for Christmas 2 years ago.
I had my own bedroom.
We at both of my parents' houses, we could not sleep in the same bed.
so what, were you
Or
nervous?
or room.
Yeah, I guess my mom's room I slept on the floor and you slept, or at my mom's house you
Yeah.
slept on the couch in the living room and
That's
I slept on
true.
the floor. But it was still they were very strict. What? Who cares?
Were you nervous about
What's
telling
the
them?
fucking big deal? No,
Did you tell your mom?
I did. Yes, she's aware.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was her response different?
I think it was pretty muted.
She thinks
know.
I've brainwashed him, which
She does
I
think
think is
she's-
such an insult to him. Like,
It is.
doesn't give him enough credit.
That's what my mom used to think. Like, if I did something that was against the way she raised me or against her own moral compass, whatever that was, she'd be like, they would knock people out of my life. So because I was a teenager, so it's like, oh, I lied. They caught me in a lie one time, and they're like, oh, it's your best friend. You can't talk to your best friend anymore. And I'm like, I'm 16. That can't happen.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just like not gonna happen.
Yeah, I can't talk to you anymore. Why? I stole an album.
Right. Yeah. It was. I was. I
You were
told them I was
16?
somewhere when I was somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. So
were
we
you
just.
still able to text your best friend?
That's the thing. We had to call through our parents. So I got a beeper.
But you had to beep uphill both ways.
Barefoot.
We have a card for you, Danny.
Oh, this is so nice.
So go out, pick up a card.
Okay, yeah. Hang on. There's
Just one last job
the
for you.
door.
You're our first AskProd associate
Yes.
producer.
That's right. This is
And now producer.
Aw.
I don't know if everybody knows
Oh,
that.
is this a Josh Rogers?
the great
Yes.
Josh
From
Rogers.
Mushface Comics? Look at that. Shall I read it? It says, good
Sure.
luck, Danny. Peace, love, and KATG. And it's me very haphazardly holding a computer and some wires running through a circle that says Producer of the Year.
By the way, congratulations. You are now a producer.
Thank you for letting me know. I've heard whisperings of it. And the message says, Danny, thanks for being a huge part of the KATG family. Your dedication and friendship mean a lot to us. I fucked your mom. It's been an incredible 5-year journey.
I wrote it.
Good luck with your new endeavors. We look forward to watching you thrive. Best wishes, Keith and Chemda. Thank you, guys. That's very sweet of
Thank you.
We heard that you don't
Yes,
like cakes,
I will,
so
I'm going to take it back.
Yeah.
we decided a card.
We'll put a picture on the website.
Yeah.
That's your job now.
Speaking of,
Yes.
we did hire a new ass prod now that we don't have one. So if you guys would switch seats for a second. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you for being on the
Rosa.
show.
Thank you, guys.
This is not the last time we're going to see you or you. So, right?
Hey, why?
Yeah,
Why not?
sure. Whatever you think.
You're coming to New
We'll
York.
be back.
All right.
We have too much love in this city to stay away.
You live 4 hours away by drive. It's
Yeah,
like
it depends
nothing.
on how tenuous things
I
get.
fucking
New York,
hate New York also.
Yeah, yeah.
I am
we
ready
had
to
the,
be gone.
We had the angriest drive over here.
New
in
York
the snow.
can fuck itself.
Oh.
It's fine.
Like
New
we
York's
were
great.
seeing red.
But it's good. I think it's good to have a break from New York.
I think it's also good that you hate New York on your way out.
Yeah, for
'Cause
real.
Imagine like you
For
had the
sure,
best week and everything was great and
No, the trains have been a fucking disaster.
perfect.
And I'm like, yeah, fine, MTA, do whatever you want. You have a week left to toy with me.
That's great.
Do your worst.
I would love to be angry on the way out because otherwise you're just like, oh no, this is the city that I'm
Right.
going to miss. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And we have our new associate producer,
What's that?
Andrea
You
Allan.
bring a fresh flavor to the show.
I
A
know.
lot more confidence than I probably brought.
Now, Danny, could you hand Andrea the keys, please?
Yes.
Oh, this is so exciting.
This is it, Andrea.
Oh my God.
Across the room.
Fetch.
Such a good trainer.
How was he training? You, of course, were shadowing him. How did he do?
Yeah, C-.
C-, yeah.
That was good. It was good.
Was this exciting? Like, you guys are really close friends. You're leaving.
No, it
She's
wasn't
taking your
exciting.
spot.
I don't like teaching people things. I'm not confident enough to teach myself things.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm excited for it, but
Oh, yeah. No, I'm very thrilled.
Do you hope she fails? Deep down?
100%.
yes. The idea that I would do a better job than you makes
Terrifies
you...
me. Keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Did it bother you at all
Mm-hmm.
since Andrea was
Dandria.
since
Please call
Andrea
me
was
Dandria.
there and Danny was training her
Uh-huh.
that she was always in the studio before you? Did that hit you any time?
Well, I had errands to pick up, so
Okay.
for some days.
Excuses.
For some things.
Who cares? I'm on my way out. Feel lucky I'm not burning this place down.
Real laissez-faire attitude around here,
Yeah,
huh?
do your worst.
I'll
Well,
do my best.
we
I
wanted.
do love, by the way, in the same moment having to teach someone something who is also berating me mercilessly and insulting
What?
me.
I'm not berating you.
Uh-huh.
I'm so professional.
They're the most professional.
Right.
Well, Danny, we
Yes.
we wanted to give you a cake.
Thank you.
We found out, of course,
Mhm.
you don't like cake.
It's not that I don't like cakes. I just, it's a lot, you know?
Right,
Cakes
right.
are so much.
It's so much.
Is
So
it the calories? Is it the calories?
If you give this to Andrea, I will lose my shit. If this is the path you're...
Give it to
Going
me.
down.
one way or another,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting some
An
cake.
immigrant is
Yes,
taking
yes.
your job,
Well, you
Danny.
guys barely eat the cakes you've given me.
So, without joking, this actually is for
For
Andrea.
Andrea.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
Can you pass it to her,
Finally,
Danny?
Yeah,
something-
absolutely. 100%.
Finally. Oh, you blew out my fucking candles. Oh.
How sweet is that?
Finally, some kindness after weeks of hostility. Thank
can't-
you.
What does the cake say, Andrea?
Welcome, new ass prod, Andrea.
I can't
Is it
believe
because I have an Instagram for my ass? Is this why you did
what
this?
What can't you believe?
you blew out her candles.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't believe that?
It's my big day.
After years of rivalry.
She stole
and
my
pent
job.
up.
Okay, stole your job. You quit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is all about
I'm
you.
taking her candles.
I hate you.
Well, now he likes the cake.
He's
now
eating.
the
He's now
cake.
eating my cake.
We've never seen Danny.
I don't like cake still.
Yeah.
Never seen Danny give a shit about any cake
This
that
is
we've
very
given him.
sweet of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate this so much.
Was that rude of me? Was that
gonna
rude what I just did? Was that mean?
Taking your face.
Right now, or like the last few weeks?
No, just
if
right
you have
now.
to say.
Last few weeks.
No, you've been great. You've been a
It's
pleasure.
like cum in my mustache.
Let me see your face. I'm going to take a picture. This is disgusting. Unbelievable. Mash it in his face. Who cares?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
Get it.
Just, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, Andrea, your next job is washing the tablecloth. I literally can't see.
For the viewers at home, Dan.
You guys better not be flipping me off.
It's a really beautiful cake.
It's like in my. Thank you.
So he really did smash his face in the cake. This will be up on YouTube, youtube.com/Keith and the Girl.
I'm gonna mark it explicit.
This might be the closest I've ever come to dying. I might be suffocating.
Well,
Wow.
Just get a little bit.
Never half-asses.
Open up.
you're getting well wishes online, Danny. Congratulations, and thank you again for all your help. And a lot of people, by the way, listening through the app for the first time. Don't forget, it's new for
This show's
iPhone
about me.
and for Android. And go to keithandthegirl.com/app. Any
You can
final?
listen live. You can watch live. You can watch videos on our app, keithandthegirl.com/app.
Do you have any final words, Danny, for the Danny boys, Danny girls, and Danny gender neutrals?
You look so ridiculous right now. I can't.
No.
Okay, there you go. Danny Hatch, everybody.
This is the best cake you've ever gotten. None of the cakes you've ever gotten me have tasted this
It's
good.
the only cake you've eaten.
Yeah, because it's to spite me.
Seriously.
Yes. I light a fire.
Look, no one
Come
say
on,
I
baby,
don't
light my.
put my life on the line for jokes.
I do have to say, Andrea antagonizes Danny like crazy.
She really is like the older sister I never had. But I've also had weird sexual relations with.
The older sister you finger blasted.
Yeah, the older sister I've taken baths with. Well, I guess I've taken baths with my sisters when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Andrea, have you had sex anywhere in this studio or in the room next door or?
No, but it's only my first couple weeks, baby. I'm gonna be banging the comics in the back room.
Are you nervous about anything about the job?
Yeah, put the glasses on. Once the thumbtack transfers from person to person, that's how you know it's official.
Am I nervous about anything? I've just been wanting to learn all the technical stuff. That's what's made me nervous. But everything else is.
You're doing it. You're picking it up fast.
Thank you. I'm very smart.
All right, well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, fuck yourself. Just getting used to it is like the main thing. I'm excited about all the comedians that I get to meet, and it's been a lot of fun already. So
When you heard that Danny was leaving, did you think we'd be coming after you?
no, well, it kind of.
Oh, no.
Don't. I have a fuck date later. I need to look good.
You already have cream in your hands.
Yeah, he tried to put cake on my face. Well, it kind of came at like a fortuitous time, I guess, because I had quit my job and I was focusing on show production when I first quit as like a way to make money, and then I realized that that's gonna go down. It's just a lot of work, and there's not a lot of reward or return. And so I was like, I would feel more comfortable if I had a steady form of income, but I don't need to take a job. But then if I do take something like working in a comedy studio with my friends, and it's like the perfect job for a comedian. So
I can't believe we're losing Danny as he's being cleaned up by his girlfriend.
I need my beauty
Like a
wipes.
baby. Thank you guys very much, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
thank you for the cake.
It's really been
I will
an
eat
adventure.
it genuinely.
Andrea,
It's been-
I'm
What?
trying to do a thing.
All right, Danny, that's beautiful.
It's been a real adventure.
Don't forget
Thank
to
you.
join us tomorrow, of course.
turn my mic
we
off?
will be having the Keith and the Girl award winners. We had the nominees, of course, and you went to keithandthegirl.com/vote for best.
Best new guest, most ridiculous moment.
And we're going to call the winners tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys very much, and we'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.